let's go off to we've got our MMA done here, except for one more thing. Conor McGregor, tell me if this is correct. As of yesterday, the Nevada Athletic Commission has dropped down a fine of 5% of his show purse, which is listed at 5% being 150,000, which basically means that they had him at 3 million on the show purse for that. And I find this fascinating because I don't know if he's going to be able to be alone when he does this. 50 hours of community service for the 202 presser incident with the throwing of the cans. 50 hours of community service?
I don't know how
What are you
that
going to do if
works.
you're a fan? You're driving by, you see Conor McGregor in an orange jacket
Well,
picking up leaves on the side of a freeway.
That's not going to happen. If Conor McGregor does community service, it'll be going to schools and speaking and doing other engagements, similar to what John Jones did when he was ordered to do community service.
No offense, Conor, but I'd like to see him I mean, if he's going to do community service, I would just like to see that happen for 2 hours one day, just 2 hours and 50, to see how many people stop their cars to get Conor McGregor's autograph when they see him on the side of the freeway.
That'd be a public hazard, so it's not going to happen.
Can you imagine?
I mean, here's my thing. The Nevada Athletic Commission is not a court of law. I don't know if they are honestly able to hand down community service. To order someone to do something like a court, you need to be a court. Yes, they are a government organization, but I don't think that they can level things like that. At least I would try to find an attorney that would argue that, hey, you can't tell me I need to give back to your community, especially a state in which I am not a resident of. I come here and I get a license. If I wanted a business license and I violated my business license, I don't think that the local chamber of commerce would have me doing community service. I don't know how that works.
We've actually touched on this before with, something came down in past years, but without remembering who that was. I have to agree with you. And I'm sure that Conor, being the smart man that he is with the legal team that I would suspect he has, is definitely going to, if there's a term, appeal this or whatever. I don't think Conor's very interested in giving up 50 hours of his life for community service based on what happened. But it is handed down. I do believe something should have been handed down, and that was what was handed down. So now let's move on again.
No, real quick. About handing down that fine as $150,000. That bottle incident throwing session, I'm sorry, that drew more money than $150,000. People weren't as hyped about that pay-per-view as it will look like in hindsight. I mean, a lot of people bought that pay-per-view. It's the biggest pay-per-view essentially ever, correct?
Yes, and what I think is that basically the $150,000 that Conor's going to pay is a small price of that he would pay for the PR that he received. When you think about the extra buys it brought and the extra pay-per-view dollars, I have to assume went into Conor's pocket as a result on the other side of that $3 million. That $150,000 small price to pay for publicity or a commercial about an upcoming event that makes you money.
Money well spent. Now, don't everybody go out there and throw water bottles, but money well spent.